This is the history of protest songs in the United States. Part 14. The 21st Century. Bush Administration. Modern-day mainstream artists to have written protest songs on this subject include Pink, with her appeal to Bush in Dear Mr. President, 2006, Kevin Devine with No Time Flat, 2005, and Bright Eyes with When the President Talks to God, 2005, which was hailed by the Portland, Oregon, alternative paper Willamette Week as this young century's most powerful protest song. Dispatch's anti-war underground hit, The General, and DevendraBanhart's Heard Somebody Say, 2005, in which he sings, It's simple, we don't want to kill. In 2003, Lenny Kravitz recorded the protest song, We Want Peace, with Iraqi pop star Khadim al-Sahir, Arab-Israeli strings musician Simon Shaheen, and Lebanese percussionist Jamie Haddad. According to Kravitz, the song is about more than Iraq. It is about our role as people in the world and that we all should cherish freedom and peace. The Decembrists, while not normally known for writing political songs, or songs set in the present day, for that matter, contributed to the genre in 2005 with their understated but scathing song, 16 Military Wives, which singer Colin Malloy described thus. It's kind of a protest song. My objective is to make sense of foreign policy decisions taken by the current Bush administration and showing how they resemble solipsistic bullying. Pearl Jam also included 2 anti-Bush songs, Worldwide Suicide, Marker in the Sand, in their 2006 album Pearl Jam. Also, in 2006, a band composed of members of the U.S. military, calling itself Seriously Argon Duck, weighed in with their demo CD release. Welcome to the war, it's over. Even the banking system can be the focus of a protest song, as in National Strike by Loren Dean on ShowcaseYourMusic.com. Prince recorded the song United States of Division, a 2004 B-side to the track Cinnamon Girl, in which he sings, Why should I sing God Bless America, but not the rest of the world? Singer-songwriter David Dondero released a song on his 2003 album Live at the Hemlock called Pre-Invasion Jitters, in which he calls George W. Bush an illegitimate president and criticizes Gung-Ho War Guys for taking his word as heaven sent. In 2002, rock group Sleater-Kinney released the song Combat Rock from their album One Beat. In it, the group satirizes Bush's call to support the economy and live life as normal, a statement seen as a push to shop. This is evident in lyrics such as, Go out and spend some cash. Red, white, blue, hot pants, doing it for Uncle Sam. In addition, the song opposed many ideals of the Bush administration, particularly criticizing his belief that those who were anti-war were terrorists. The hip-hop group Beastie Boys had a number of protest songs on their 2004 release To the Five Boroughs. Songs such as It Takes Time to Build and Right Now take particular aim at the Bush administration and its policies. Green Day's 2004 album American Idiot contains several anti-Bush songs. The song, American Idiot, was aimed at George W. Bush, and the song, Holiday, is a rant about the war in Iraq. American avant-garde singer Bobby Kahn wrote an album of anti-Bush songs with his 2004 collection The Homeland. Kahn has stated that all the records that I've done are a critique of what's going on in contemporary America. Khan has admitted that while he actively protests what he sees as the evils of American society, he is not always at ease with such a label for himself. I've always done lots of social commentary that I believe in pretty strongly, but I am very uncomfortable with the role of the artist as a meaningful social critic. My whole generation is a confused group of people with an ambivalent way of dealing with protest. Discussing his 2007 album King for a Day, Khan stated, "It's political, but just in a contemporary culture kind of way. Two of the songs are about Tom Cruise, and I don't know if there's a more political statement than Tom Cruise. He kind of symbolizes a lot of what's going on in this country right now and how people are responding to it." Bob Khan on being a protest singer. It's great when Curtis Mayfield does it, but when Mick Jagger writes about being a street fighting man, it just kind of makes you sick. Or the Beatles singing about revolution. They're entertainers. It's a pose, it's bullshit. I'm more of a vaudevillian than I am a political commentator. I don't think people should turn to music for their serious information. People should read the newspaper. Arcade Fire's 2007 Neon Bible contains many oblique protests against the paranoia of a contemporary America under attack by terrorism. The album also contains two more overtly political protest songs in the form of Windowsill, in which Win Butler sings, "I don't want to live in America no more," and Intervention, which contains the line, "Don't want to fight, don't want to die," and criticizes religious fanaticism in general. However, the protest album to achieve the most mainstream success in the first decade of the 21st century was Green Day's American Idiot, which was awarded a Grammy for Best Rock Album. In 2005, despite its strong criticism of current American foreign policy and George Bush, the title track from the album was described by the band as their public statement in reaction to the confusing and warped scene that is American pop culture since 9/11. In particular, rapper Eminem has encountered controversy over protest songs directed towards George W. Bush. Songs such as Mosh, White America, and We as Americans have either targeted Bush or the U.S. government in general. Eminem registered to vote for the first time in 2004, just for the sake of voting Bush out of office. Outside of pop music, folk, punk, and country music continue to follow their strong traditions of protest. Utah Phillips and David Ravix, among many other singers, have continued the folk tradition of protest. In John Mayer's 2006 release Continuum, the lead single, Waiting on the World to Change, Mayer is critical of the desensitizing of politics in youths. He goes on to say in Belief, "What puts 100,000 children in the sand? Belief can. What puts the folded flag inside his mother's hand? Belief can." Folk singer Dar Williams' song, Empire, from her 2005 album My Better Self accuses the Bush administration of building a new empire based on the fear of terror, as well as protesting the administration's policy on torture. "We'll kill the terrorizers and 1,000,000 of their races, but when our people torture you, that's a few random cases." Lucy Kaplansky, who has also performed protest songs with Dar Williams in their side project Cry Cry Cry, has written many songs of protest since 9/11, including her tribute to that day, Land of the Living. However, her most recognized protest song to date is Line in the Sand, which includes the line, "Another bomb lights up the night of someone's vision of paradise, but it's just a wasted sacrifice that fuels the hate on the other side." Tracy Grammer's song, Hey Ho, From her 2005 album Flower of Avalon addresses how children are taught from a young age to play at war as soldiers with plastic guns, perpetuating the war machine. Wave the flag and watch the news. Tell us we can count on you. Mom and Dad are marching too. Children, step in line. Punk rock still is a formidable force and constitutes a majority of the protest songs written today. Artists such as Anti-Flag, Bad Religion, NoFX, Rise Against, Authority Zero, to name just a few, are noted for their political activism in denouncing the Bush administration and the policies of the American government in general. The political campaign Punk Voter, which started the Project Rock Against Bush, was kicked off with a collection of punk rock songs critical of President Bush called Rock Against Bush Volume 1, and a sequel was released in 2004. Representatives from the punk community such as Fat Mike of NoFX, Henry Rollins, formerly of Black Flag, and Jello Biafra of the Dead Kennedys are noted for their continuing political activism. In 2009, Conor Oberst and the Mystic Valley Band released Roosevelt Room, which among many things protests the perils of America's wealth gap, specifically involving the United States working class. While country music has offered the loudest voice in support of the war through artists such as Toby Keith's, courtesy of the Red, White, and Blue, The Angry American, Darryl Worley's Have You Forgotten? And Charlie Daniels, many established country artists have released strongly critical anti-war songs. These include Willie Nelson, Merle Haggard, Emmylou Harris, the Dixie Chicks, Not Ready to Make Nice, 2006, and Nancy Griffith.